Welcome back to Dory, Fantasmagory, The Real True Friend by Abby Hanlon. In the first chapter, we learned that Dory was about to start school and she was nervous about it. And so she asked Mr. Noogie to turn her school into a pancake. In chapter 2, Best Friends Forever, she meets the girl she wants to be her very best friend. Best Friends Forever. When I come down for breakfast, Violet bursts out laughing. Mom, Rascal is wearing the exact same outfit she wore every day last year, and now it's way too small for her. My mom says, oh, she can wear what she wants. It's not a big deal. The Santa hat isn't too small, I say. But it's a Santa hat, yells Violet. While I'm eating breakfast, my mom sits down with me and says she has some important reminders about school. Number 1, don't move the chairs and desks across the room. I already know about that, I say. Okay, calm down, she says. Number 2, keep your shoes on. Why would I take my shoes off? I don't know, Dory. I still don't understand how you lost so many shoes last year. Number 3, absolutely no bathroom words. Do you understand me, Dory? I mean it. Save them for home when you're in the bathroom, all by yourself with the door shut. Boring, I say. I think you're going to have a super day, says my mom. I'll miss you. Why is Mom not saying anything about the Santa hat? As we leave for school, Luke says, we're not walking with you if you wear that hat. Oh, fine, I grumble. When we get to school, Violet walks me to my classroom door. I grab on tightly to her. I wish I were home in my nightgown. Don't leave me here, I say, but she is already walking away. The teacher meets me at the door and says, let's hang up that huge backpack, and she walks me to the closet smiling. I immediately fall in love with the closet. It's so long. It has 6 doors. There are no cubbies like last year, and you can crawl around. I hang up my backpack on a hook. I want to sneak right into that dark, cozy space behind all the backpacks, but the teacher is standing there waiting for me. Now let's find your table, she says. There is somebody at my table who is stuck in a shirt. I'm stuck, help! I look around for the teacher to help, but she is already helping someone else. Oh dear, I'm going to have to do this. I pull really hard on his shirt and pull, and off it comes. It's George. George was in my class last year. Thanks, he says, and then he falls off his chair. Raise your hand if you didn't hurt your butt. When he gets up, he asks me, where's Mary? Did you bring her? No, I say, embarrassed that he remembers. Aw, shucks, he says. She was so funny. I liked when she moved all the furniture around. I pretend that I have no idea what he's talking about. The teacher gives us markers and tells us to draw self-portraits. I draw myself as a dog named Chicken Bone. George draws himself with a bunch of creepy scars on his face. I peek at the drawing of the girl sitting next to me. What? Oh my. She drew earrings and earlobes and curly eyelashes and nostrils and a crown covered in jewels. When I look at her, she smiles at me. Oh my. Holy cow. I don't believe it. She is missing her 2 front teeth. I decide at that very moment that she is my best friend. She is wearing an old-fashioned dress that looks especially poofy. She has sparkly shoes with little tiny heels. She wore heels to school. She smells like bubble bath, and she even has circle earrings that I think she drew on with the green marker. And I don't know why, but she is wearing her headband on her forehead instead of her head. I decide to whisper something funny to her. Do you know what happens if you don't put the tops back on the magic markers, I say? She shakes her head no. They explode! Pow! Boom! Wham! I say. I thought she was going to laugh, but instead she looks worried and quickly puts all the tops back on the markers. But George gets excited by this and he explodes. Pow! Boom! Wham! And falls out of his chair again. That was fun, said George, lying on the floor looking dizzy. That's what he always says when he gets hurt. Even if he is crying, he says it. Then he leans forward and points to the girl. Your forehead is falling down, he says to her. What? She says, grabbing onto her forehead. He means your headband, I say. It's not a headband, she says, and keeps drawing. And then I hear her mumble in a very quiet whisper, it's a crown. George and I look at each other confused. At story time on the rug, I rush to get a seat next to her. The teacher says to her, Rosabelle, move over a little, please. Rosabelle? Did she say Rosabelle? That is the most beautiful name I have ever heard in my entire life. Rosabelle, 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 I say in my head over and over again. At lunchtime, I sit next to Rosabelle and George sits next to me. We watch in amazement as Rosabelle opens her lunchbox and takes out first a flowered placemat and matching cloth napkin, which she places on her lap, then a matching china cup and saucer. Then she takes out her water bottle and pours water into the cup and takes a little sip with her pinky sticking up in the air, like this. Then she takes out a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and cuts it up with a knife and takes bites with a fork while wiping her face with the napkin after each bite. I am so busy watching Rosabelle eat that I barely have time to eat my salami. When it's finally recess, I get my chance to be alone with Rosabelle. How did you get so poofy? I asked Rosabelle, pointing to her dress. She looks down and says, it's a secret, but I'll show you. Underneath her dress, she has 6 different skirts on. She shows me each one, and for each one I say, wow. 1 flower skirt, 1 plaid skirt, 1 strawberry skirt, 1 polka dot skirt, 1 palm tree skirt, 1 very ruffly skirt. Guess what, I say, I have a secret too. You do? What is it, she asks. I'm trying to think of a secret. I'm sure I have one. I usually do. I unzip my lunchbox and take out the lemon juice. It's a magical liquid. Do you know what happens if you squeeze it into your mouth? You get very strong and you can fight bullies. Rosabelle looks really surprised. Are there bullies? She asks. Are they dangerous? I don't know yet, but watch me try it. I squeeze some in my mouth, but I get way too much, a huge, enormous gulp. It's so sour, I can't help but make a really crazy face, and I start choking and gagging. Are you all right, she asks. I nod my head yes, but I'm still gagging. Just then some girls run toward us, giggling and screaming, saying, Rosabelle, hopscotch, hopscotch, and they pull her away. In the afternoon, we have choice time. When everyone is super busy, I sneak into the closet for a quick bite of salami. It's so good that I stuff some salami in my pocket so I can share it with Rosabelle. Here, look, do you want some floppy cookies? I whisper to her, which is my nickname for salami because I love it so much. She does not. After school, we line up to wait for our parents. My mom comes first. She holds my hand and we walk toward the schoolyard gate. But a few steps away, I realize I have to tell Rosabelle. I just have to. Best friends forever! I shout, jumping up and down. She smiles. My mom says to me, really? You have a best friend already? Yes, I do. I do. A real true friend. What's her name? Oh gosh, what was her name? Something beautiful, but I just forgot it. Was it Annabelle? Rosebud? Rose Blossom? Oh, I don't remember, I say. What's my best friend's name again? And that's the end of chapter 2. Next time, we'll pick up with chapter 3, Chicken Soup.